My gosh, what a morning! Guys, I was filming with ignition now in the rain, so my hair's gone poof. It was all lovely and smooth and glorious this morning. Not anymore. Anywho, so guys, the Mini, right? I can't actually remember the last time I drove one. It would have been the electric Mini, which was like probably about 2 years ago, which is insane for me. But anyways, still a very popular brand, right? I don't understand it. I can understand it, but I can't, right? Like, so I just find them very impractical, very uncomfortable, just not cool for every day. And then I have one for a week and I'm like, oh, but it's fun. But I'm also in the Clubman JCW, right? John Cooper works. So that makes like a huge difference. I couldn't imagine just having a standard sort of Cooper. Like I don't know, like a standard mini hatch. Like I would just be like, what's the point really? If I'm gonna have it, it needs to be really fun to justify not only the price, but everything else, because it's not a particularly comfortable car. The ride is really, really firm. With that said, guys, I've had so much fun driving this. It is always, except for now, in sport mode. You've got a 2-litre 4-cylinder turbo petrol under here. It gives you 225 kilowatts of power and 450 newton meters of torque. Guys, this is a dinky little thing. With numbers like that, it's just crazy to me because you really feel it. Like, it corners beautifully thanks to the suspension, but the suspension makeup also just means that it's quite a hard ride. However, I don't feel it's horrific in this. Like, I haven't loved it, but I have been in worse, okay? So, I just punched there. You see, everything's a bit close to me. Very close. Okay. I'm in the Untold Edition. So that costs you about 58,000 Rand on top of the standard Clubman JCW. So yeah, 58,000. That means you get this awesome sage green leather interior. The outside is also sage green. And then it's got like brushed brass something or other, and these little gold elements. I love it. I love it so much. I didn't think I would. I love the gold mags. I just love it all. I love the look of this car. I think it really stands out. I think it's super sort of sophisticated and just quite beautiful. The infotainment system, gosh, it's crap, to be honest. Like, okay, so here's the price, right? This is around 860,000 Rand for this little bit of car. Okay, so the only thing that I think is rad about it is the engine and like the drive in general, like the fun sort of entertainment value. I like the steering wheel. I like so many things about it, but I just don't like 860,000 Rands worth of it, okay? Bearing in mind that I don't think this is going to be a big family car sort of draw card, but the ISOFIX super easy to put Lucas' seat in, which is great, but it is tricky getting him in and out because it's really low, it's really squishy. To have a passenger in here and him in the car seat, not really great. Obviously, the rear is a little bit more cramped than one would maybe like if you have a family car. The boot is at 360 litres, 362 maybe, I can't remember, but around there, not terrible. But now those split doors. Again, love the look of them. Practically, they suck, okay? Because first of all, you have to open one and then the other, close one, close the other. You can't like close the right-hand side first. Doesn't close then. So for me, that's just so annoying. And also, something I factored in now driving on the highway, which is a bit bothersome, because it's got like the panel down the middle. If a car is quite far back, it's almost the same size as that panel, so then I can't see it. So all of a sudden there's a car behind me because I haven't seen it coming up from quite far behind. But dangerous, I think. I would think. So guys, it's the same day, but I got cold and so now I had to put a jacket on. And my GoPro did something, whatever, so that's why this is now happening. So this is a very stop-start video, but I do apologize. But the bottom line is basically, if you're not going to consider a Mini for reasons that I wouldn't, which is that it's not practical enough for me, I find it too low to the ground, I'm more of an SUV lover like the rest of the world, and I would only want it in my garage as a third car, just to have like a load of fun with. Then I would say, just bear this in mind. This could be like the last of the sort of ICE models, right? The internal combustion engine models. Because BMW wants to be all electric by 2030, right? So say we're going to have a few more editions. I think there's the last edition of this Mini Clubman as well coming out. And so this is like maybe still one of the OGs that you'd maybe want, you know? Like I say, like a third car. However, I've got a number of friends, okay, shout out to Lisa and Tess, who have Minis and love them. And they are moms. In fact, my one friend has 2 kids and stuff, and they love a Mini. So it fits their life perfectly, and they're super happy with it. I am coming from just both angles here. I'm like the most subjective motoring journalist on the planet, I think. But not really. Like, there's a few things that sort of bother me, or that would kind of, you know, probably put me off owning one. But there is also so much to love about this car, and I never thought I would say that about a Mini. But I have thoroughly enjoyed driving this. The fuel consumption, oh my goodness, is 10.4 litres per 100 Ks. I have had it in sport mode most of the time, like I said. But why have it if you're not going to? Then just get a standard sort of, you know, Mini Clubman. Don't get like a JCW if you're not going to have it in sport mode, and give it horns. That is my amazing advice.